In this video, we will demonstrate how to generate stem files using the Soundful software and how to use them in a digital audio workspace. Let's get started. First, navigate to my library from within the Soundful website. We click on the Get button to render an existing audio track we previously created using the Soundful AI track generation tool. In the pop-up, we select the stem download option, which will create the stem files. We then click on the Render and Download button. A notice indicates that the rendering process can take up to 10 minutes, which we accept. Once the rendering process is complete, the Download button replaces the Get button. We click on the Download button for the track and select to download the MP3, the WAV file, and the stem files. The files are downloaded. The stem files are packaged as a zip file. We can extract the zip file to view and access the files. The stem folder for our track contains a MIDI folder, a mix and master folder, and a stems folder. The stems folder contains the individual WAV files for each component of the audio track that was created in Soundful. The MIDI folder contains each of the audio components of the track saved as a MIDI file. The mix and master folder contains both a master version of the generated track and a full mix file. Now that we have the stem files downloaded and extracted, we can look at how to use them in your favorite DAW. In this video, we are going to use Ableton Live 10 as our DAW. Let's first look at how we can use the stem files. With Ableton open and in the arrangement view, we pull in the 808.wav file. The WAV file fills one of the audio tracks and shows the waveform of the audio track. We can drag additional stem files into the arrangement view and arrange them how we would like them to be arranged. Hitting the play button allows us to preview our arrangement with the files we have brought in. We can continue to bring in the stem files and either rebuild the track or use the files to create a different variation of the originally generated track. Let's look at how the generated MIDI files can be used. We change the view of Ableton to the session view and drag the 808 MIDI file that was created for our AI-generated Soundful track into the first MIDI scene. We grab a second MIDI file and place it in the second MIDI column in the first scene position. Near the bottom of the screen, the individual notes for the selected MIDI track are shown. If we try to play one of the MIDI tracks, no sound will be played since we have not assigned a sound to the MIDI track. For the scene that we drop the 808 MIDI track into, we can navigate to the drum package in Ableton. We select the 808 core kit and drag it into the first MIDI track. We select to set the second MIDI track as a grand piano, and if we activate the track we can hear what our MIDI track sounds like as a grand piano. The individual notes and the impact of the notes can be adjusted if desired. With the individual MIDI files of our track, we can quickly modify our original track with new sounds and variations. The last method we are going to look at is pulling in the master file. We navigate to the mix master folder that was part of our stem files. We can drag the master WAV file into the arrangement view of Ableton. We see the complete waveform of the track. We can now go in and edit the track, such as adding an additional instrument to the track. The stem files generated for a track created in Soundful can help take your audio production and editing skills to the next level.